Okay, and so now we're continuing for the saga of having our Vienna's beautiful Ragusa Foxi Pavement rose. Because of her thorns, her nickname is Foxy Butcher. Now the saga is to get her planted in the ground and get her happy. And as you can see in the ground now in the light of day, unlike last night where she was digging in the dark, you can see we're coming up against great big rocks, and many of them are quartz. They've got the black and white coloring and they spark real nice. And then we've got some rocks that are kind of an orangish inside. I'm thinking that maybe some of them have a higher content of iron, because boy do they spark. Looks like fire when Vienna hit them. What you'll see is the dirt is much more workable right now, and even though she's running into rocks, the dirt is much more forgiving, and that's because we put a third of a bale of peat moss, smegma peat moss, into the soil to try to help and loosen this up, because it's so awfully dry and appears without nutrient. I found one worm in that whole rectangular piece, and I did set it free over here in the flowers where there's probably more moisture for him. Oh, look at that. See there? And we just keep running into these bloody rocks. This prairie was said to be formed by glacier movement in ancient history, and therefore we have all that granite and quartz and whatever rocks are made of. Vienna's just got a great spirit, and since we put down last night, we put down all the diatomaceous earth and bug and slug killer. I have not seen any more of the scampering spiders and earwigs and other various shapes of creatures.
The spiders, they're hobos.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They had the chevron on their back. Mm-hmm. Oh, for crying out loud.
They're hobos for sure.
Ish.
We've dealt with hobos though. They're not as bad as brown recluse. Have kind of an ombre.
Okay.
They are really light brown, and towards the ends of their tips of their legs, they get like dark brown. So it looks almost like an ombre.
Okay.
But the ones they're definitely hobos. We've had hobos before. We'll put
Yeah.
some traps
Yeah.
come winter because they're going to try to get in the house.
Yep.
And they are poisonous or venomous.
But, they'll make you a little bit sick and stuff. But the problem is their hobos are almost totally blind. So when they see a shadow of a movement, they run at it. So they appear to be extremely aggressive, and that's what everybody assumes. But actually, they're just doing their spider duty. And if they see movement, they run towards it.
Yeah.
Wow. And look at that there. She's just trying to give the poor plants just the roots a fair shake.
Yeah.
And I'll just show you over here. This is the diatomaceous earth. This is what we use. It's for the earwigs, and we had a bad ant problem for a while. And so this you can even drop down around your vegetables. You must read the instructions and do your best not to breathe it, because it's not good for you to breathe. And then bug and slug killer, also you can drop it on the ground around your vegetables, like your tomato plants and stuff, if you're having an issue with earwigs or slugs or something. Anyway, I really like this company and their line of products. There's so many that are safe for pets and children, but always read your labels as to how it would be used, and that will tell you whether it's safe to be around pets and children. And while I'm on it, this is a 6-pound sledgehammer, and if you hit some of those rocks just by dropping the weight of the sledgehammer, just don't strain your back or your shoulder, but just at an angle from one side or the other. Don't hit them straight down because they got some support by the earth underneath them. But yeah, if you swing, oftentimes they'll just crack, and then you'll take the pieces out much easier than trying to pry some of those big ones out. Always wear safety glasses if you're going to be doing that, though. All right, another huge one, huh? Another big rock for you.
Oh, it's not out yet.
Oh, I see.
Just trying to like dig out where it is.
Yeah, some of those are just beastly. And I can tell by all that white that it's quartz already. And you can see in there, there's a little bit darker brown in the dirt, and that is the moss. Some of it was kind of sticking together because it sat in the bale for a while, so I was just breaking it up, and we'll put back in the soil when we've got the plants in there. I wish we had some of that rebar we had when we were doing the patio.
Oh yeah?
Because the rebar, you drive that in with a sledgehammer beside it, and then you just pull back with your weight.
Ah.
That's how I worked on a lot of the front yard, was forcing it out with rebar. And then later on I got the pickaxe, and I thought I was in heaven then because I loved the way the pickaxe worked. Wow, that rock is just breaking up.
Yeah.
That is just... Okay, do you need the sledgehammer?
Yeah, mine just
Okay.
didn't need that.
Okay.